Archaeologists have discovered a vast tunnel under an ancient Egyptian temple.
Kathleen has had a lifelong fascination with Egypt's last queen. She believes that there's more to Cleopatra's life and what happened after her death.
Archaeologists in Egypt have discovered an ancient tunnel that might lead to Cleopatra's long-lost tomb. Yes, Cleopatra, the famous queen of Egypt known for her beauty, power, and incredible story. This tunnel could hold the key to one of history's biggest mysteries. If it does lead to Cleopatra's tomb, we're about to learn so much more about her life and the ancient world. It's like stepping back in time to uncover secrets that have been buried for thousands of years. The search for Cleopatra. The search for Cleopatra's tomb is one of the most intriguing archaeological pursuits of the 21st century, capturing global fascination. Cleopatra VII, the last ruler of Egypt's Ptolemaic dynasty, remains an enigmatic figure whose intelligence, political acumen, and romances with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, also known as Marcus Antonius in historical texts, have cemented her as a historical icon. While her life has been widely studied, the location of her final resting place has long eluded scholars and archaeologists, becoming one of history's greatest mysteries. Ancient texts by historians such as Plutarch and Cassius Dio hint that Cleopatra and Mark Antony might have been buried together after their tragic deaths, but their precise burial site has never been definitively identified. A breakthrough came in the early 21st century with the work of Kathleen Martinez, a Dominican lawyer turned self-taught archaeologist. Her fascination with Cleopatra, fueled by extensive research into ancient texts, led her to a groundbreaking theory. Martinez hypothesized that Cleopatra and Mark Antony were not buried in Alexandria, as traditionally believed, but instead in the Temple of Cleopatras Magna, near the city. This site, located along the Egyptian coast and dedicated to the goddess Isis, resonated with Cleopatra's self-identification as the earthly embodiment of the goddess. In 2005, Martinez secured permission from Egyptian authorities to commence excavations at Cleopatras Magna, setting the stage for remarkable discoveries. The digs at Cleopatras Magna revealed a trove of artifacts that bolstered Martinez's theory. Coins imprinted with Cleopatra's visage, statues, and inscriptions referring to royal ties surfaced, showing that the site was significant during her reign. The team also found a tunnel beneath the temple that was never completed, reaching deep into the earth, indicating a vast burial complex that may have been intended for a person of incredible prominence. Verify. It also meant that people were being buried in what they believed to be heaven. But below the temple, the team found a buried tunnel that extended far underground, suggesting an even greater burial complex, possibly meant for someone of incredible importance. Such discoveries, together with Cleopatra's traditional association with Isis, would have supported the notion that her tomb could be located within the temple complex. Almost prophetically, the search ended up studded with such improbable coincidences along the road, including unexpected sandstorms and dreams vivid enough to change the course of the search, as recounted by members of the excavating team. But Cleopatra's tomb has not yet been found, and her story remains tantalizingly unfinished. The search, however, has intently sparked the world's interest in the Ptolemaic period of Egypt and the richness of its culture. It has also demonstrated the worth of interdisciplinary approaches to archaeology, combining historical texts with great works of engineering and modern-day excavation tools. Excavation work continues at Cleopatras Magna though, and who knows, the tomb of Cleopatra and Mark Antony may indeed one day be discovered there, providing new details about the life, death, and lasting legacy of Egypt's last queen. What secrets does this ancient temple hold, and could they finally unveil the truth about Cleopatra's elusive legacy? A sacred site's secrets. Cleopatras Magna, an ancient temple complex located near the Egyptian city of Alexandria, has emerged as a focal point in the quest to uncover Cleopatra VII's final resting place. Believed to have been constructed around the 3rd century BCE by Ptolemy II, a descendant of one of Alexander the Great's generals, the site is steeped in historical and cultural significance. Dedicated to the gods Osiris and Isis, the temple served as a center of worship and a symbol of the syncretic blend of Egyptian and Hellenistic traditions that defined Cleopatra's era. Kathleen Martinez, a Dominican archaeologist, proposed that this site might hold the key to the mystery of Cleopatra's tomb, as Cleopatra was closely associated with the goddess Isis and often portrayed herself as the deity's earthly embodiment. Excavations at Taposiris Magna have revealed numerous artifacts that suggest a strong connection to Cleopatra and her time. Among these discoveries are coins bearing her likeness, statues of Egyptian deities, and inscriptions alluding to royal figures. A particularly intriguing find was a large, unfinished tunnel extending deep beneath the temple, carved with precise craftsmanship. This subterranean marvel, described as an engineering feat by the Egyptian Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities, may have served as part of a sophisticated burial complex. The advanced architectural techniques and scale of the tunnel hint at its use for someone of extraordinary importance, further supporting the hypothesis that Cleopatra and Mark Antony might have been interred here. The site's location and its religious significance closely align with Cleopatra's known efforts to shore up her divine legitimacy as a ruler. Cleopatra was a true believer in Isis, and she likely considered Taposiris Magna a sacred site that epitomized her bond with the goddess and her wish for everlasting life. The discoveries made within the temple complex can provide insight into the cultural and religious landscape in which she had lived, showcasing the intermingling of Hellenistic and Egyptian customs. These findings offer an insight into Cleopatra's time. It shows her political and spiritual strategies to bind her disparate kingdom to her. Despite these stunning discoveries, the definitive evidence that Cleopatra was buried at Taposiris Magna has not been found. Varathiswara also has much of it submerged due to ancient earthquakes, and would take great effort to explore further. But the continuing excavations have already made Taposiris Magna an archaeological treasure trove, revealing aspects of the Ptolemaic period and its architectural, cultural, and religious highlights. As researchers do their work, Taposiris Magna stands as a testament to the eternal attraction of Cleopatra's legacy and the secrets still buried under the sands of Egypt. Role of women in archaeology. Kathleen Martinez, a Dominican lawyer turned self-taught archaeologist, has made groundbreaking contributions to archaeology, particularly in the search for Cleopatra's tomb. Her fascination with Cleopatra's life and legacy led her to delve deeply into ancient texts, where she uncovered clues that challenged traditional assumptions about the queen's burial site. Despite lacking formal training in archaeology, Martinez's determination and meticulous research brought fresh perspectives to the field, highlighting the invaluable role of women in reshaping historical narratives. Martinez's theory that Cleopatra and Mark Antony were buried at Taposiris Magna rather than in Alexandria marked a significant departure from conventional wisdom. Her hypothesis was based on a careful analysis of historical accounts, including works by Plutarch and Cassius Dio, as well as her understanding of Cleopatra's spiritual connection to the goddess Isis. Martinez's assertion that Taposiris Magna, a temple dedicated to Isis and Osiris, was a likely burial site, resonated with Cleopatra's known efforts to associate herself with the divine. This bold idea propelled her to secure permission from the Egyptian authorities to excavate the site in 2005, a remarkable achievement for someone entering the field as an outsider. The finds at the site, led by Martinez, have been nothing less than extraordinary. Coins with Cleopatra's face, statues, and inscriptions associated with her time all support her hypothesis. Additionally, a tunnel that has so far been unearthed only reaches underground and clearly indicates a complicated burial structure that requires somebody very special person. Martinez's efforts have sharpened the search for Cleopatra's tomb and shown how passion, patience, and multidisciplinary approaches can upend the status quo and lead to epoch-changing findings. Kathleen Martinez is a tremendous asset to archaeology and continues to lead the field in moving beyond traditional perspectives and towards innovation, something we must do often in our own work. Her transitional path from law to archaeology is a testament to the value of curiosity and tenacity in revealing the past. Martinez has inspired female archaeologists to break down the barriers of gender roles, to get out and follow their passion, and make a contribution to the understanding of history on a worldwide scale. Her work at Taposiris Magna continues to illuminate Cleopatra's legacy, making clear that the voices of women are critical to the ongoing pursuit of knowledge. Cleopatra's legacy through artifacts. The artifacts unearthed in the search for Cleopatra's tomb offer a fascinating glimpse into the life and reign of Egypt's last queen. Coins bearing her likeness, golden jewelry, and statues discovered at Taposiris Magna provide tangible evidence of Cleopatra's influence and enduring legacy. These objects not only celebrate her royal status, but also reflect her multifaceted identity as a ruler who embraced both her Greek heritage and her role as a pharaoh of Egypt. The detailed depictions on coins showcase Cleopatra's intelligence and political acumen as she deliberately crafted her image to project power and legitimacy to her diverse subjects. The Temple of Taposiris Magna, thought to be closely associated with Cleopatra, has yielded numerous artifacts that reinforce her connection to the goddess Isis. Golden jewelry, inscribed with hieroglyphs and symbols of divinity, highlights Cleopatra's efforts to position herself as a divine ruler, embodying the goddess's attributes. These discoveries underscore the queen's strategy to blend religious symbolism with her political authority, creating a unifying identity that resonated with both Egyptian and Greek traditions. The inscriptions on these artifacts often refer to Cleopatra as the Queen of Kings, a title emphasizing her ambition and vision of herself as a sovereign destined for greatness. One of the most revealing features of the Taposiris Magna artifacts relates to their contextual, artistic, and spiritual role in the construction of the burial complex. The series of secret chambers, elaborate engravings, and passageways discovered at the site indicate that Cleopatra valued her burial site's protection and sanctity highly. Studying the elaborate engineering involved in the construction of these structures would allow one to appreciate the technological advancement of the Ptolemaic period, whereas the religious depictions carved on the walls and artifacts will aid in understanding Cleopatra's beliefs regarding the afterlife and her wish for being immortalized. Taken together, these artifacts flesh out Cleopatra as ruler, strategist, and cultural icon. They demonstrate her skill at using art, architecture, and religious imagery to define her legacy and keep a grip on a far-reaching and heterogeneous empire. Although her tomb has not yet been definitively found, the finds at Taposiris Magna provide unprecedented glimpses into the life and reign of this most enigmatic of rulers, preserving the memory of one of history's most irresistible characters. Because these artifacts are important to expanding our knowledge of Cleopatra's world, while also ensuring that her fascinating story will inspire future generations. Mystery of the tunnels beneath the temple. Beneath the ancient temple of Taposiris Magna lies a network of tunnels that has become a focal point in the search for Cleopatra's tomb. Discovered during excavations led by Kathleen Martinez, these tunnels showcase a level of engineering sophistication rarely seen in the ancient world. Carved from sandstone and extending 13 meters underground, the tunnel system demonstrates precise craftsmanship and meticulous planning. Dubbed an engineering marvel by Egypt's Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities, the tunnels suggest that the temple complex may have been intended for someone of extraordinary significance, potentially Cleopatra herself. One of the tunnels, left unfinished, hints at a grand yet incomplete architectural ambition. It leads to a series of chambers whose purpose remains shrouded in mystery. These chambers, adorned with carvings and containing artifacts such as pottery and inscriptions, suggest that the tunnel system may have been designed as part of an elaborate burial complex. The alignment of the tunnels and their intricate design align with the spiritual significance of the temple, dedicated to the gods Osiris and Isis. This connection further supports the theory that Cleopatra, who often depicted herself as the goddess Isis, could have chosen this site as her eternal resting place. The tunnels have become a subject of fascination on their own because of their association with other unexplained things. Unusual events, such as sandstorms and unexpected rains, sometimes preceded breakthroughs in the excavation, which lent a layer of intrigue to the site. Martinez's team members also reported vivid dreams and hunches that occasionally resulted in significant finds, spurring speculation about the spiritual and historical importance of the tunnels. The artifacts discovered within the subterranean structure, along with the other mysterious phenomena, have only enhanced the intrigue of the unexplained subterranean chambers. The ornate excavations of these tunnels are a reflection of Kathleen Martinez's careful investigations, her innovative approach to archaeology, her skill of weaving together historical texts, religious symbolism, and architectural minutiae has opened up a new perspective from which to consider the mysteries of Taposiris Magna. The tunnels are more than a structural marvel. They are a testament to Martinez's determination and her quest to unravel the mystery behind Cleopatra's final resting place. The discovery of the tunnels has already enhanced our understanding of the Ptolemaic period and Cleopatra's rich legacy, even if the tunnel's ultimate purpose remains unknown. Could the ancient texts hold the key to unlocking the riddles hidden within these mysterious tunnels? Historical texts and their clues. The quest to uncover Cleopatra's tomb owes much to the insights drawn from ancient historical texts. Kathleen Martinez, a Dominican archaeologist, extensively studied the works of classical historians like Plutarch and Cassius Dio to form her groundbreaking theory about the queen's final resting place. These texts, though written centuries after Cleopatra's death, provided valuable clues about her life, death, and potential burial site. Plutarch, in particular, describes Cleopatra's association with the goddess Isis and hints at her burial, alongside Mark Antony, in a monument worthy of their status, fueling the idea that her tomb was intricately tied to her spiritual and political identity. Martinez interpreted these historical accounts through the lens of Cleopatra's known devotion to Isis. The temple of Cleopatras Magna, dedicated to Isis and Osiris, became the focal point of her investigation due to its symbolic significance. Martinez reasoned that Cleopatra, who portrayed herself as the earthly embodiment of Isis, would have sought to be interred in a site that reflected her divine status. Her analysis of the texts led her to challenge the prevailing belief that Cleopatra was buried in Alexandria and to propose Cleopatras Magna as a more plausible location, aligning the historical context with archaeological potential. The clues from these ancient writings also steered Martinez's excavations, leading her to dig beneath the temple's surface. Plutarch's descriptions of Cleopatra's wish to be immortal and her connection to sacred rites helped to inform Martinez's sense of the grandeur and complexity that her burial site was likely to have. The painstaking analysis of historical texts allowed Martinez to pull together the threads that have previously been ignored, connecting Cleopatra's reign with the spiritual importance of Cleopatras Magna, which helped bolster Martinez's theory and focus her team's work to probe the site's concealed tunnels and chambers. Kathleen Martinez's work exemplifies how modern archaeology relies on historical texts. Her knack for blending ancient writing with archaeological evidence has given a new dimension to Cleopatra's life and death. By opening up these texts with a fresh eye, Martinez not only discovered helpful clues, but also deconstructed long-held assumptions about Cleopatra's burial. Her team's work illustrates the potential of classical historians to help decode ancient mysteries and the value of combining textual analysis with innovative fieldwork to provide answers from the past. Spiritual and supernatural phenomena in excavations. The search for Cleopatra's tomb at Cleopatras Magna has been accompanied by a series of spiritual and supernatural phenomena, adding an element of mystery to the already compelling archaeological endeavor. Excavation team members, including Kathleen Martinez, have reported experiences that seem to transcend ordinary scientific exploration. These occurrences, which ranged from vivid dreams to inexplicable hunches, often coincided with significant breakthroughs in the excavation process. Such phenomena have fueled speculation that spiritual forces may be guiding the discovery of Cleopatra's final resting place, reflecting the deep historical and symbolic significance of the site. One of the most intriguing aspects of the excavation has been the frequent alignment of major discoveries with unusual natural events. Sudden sandstorms, unexpected rainfall, and other weather anomalies often seem to occur just before or during key moments in the exploration. These events, while scientifically explainable, were perceived by some team members as signs of divine intervention or spiritual guidance. Martinez herself has noted that such occurrences felt almost serendipitous, as if the site itself was revealing its secrets in a deliberate and purposeful manner. Team members reported their own vivid dreams and visions that seemed to offer clues about where to dig or how to interpret what they found. These dreams, which Kida said included images of ancient rites and symbols associated with Cleopatra and the goddess Isis, could take jotting down in words, and sometimes were startlingly accurate at leading the crew to meaningful discoveries. Not scientifically verifiable, and yet adding to a growing melding between the excavation crew and the ancient personages they were unearthing. For Martinez and her team, these moments emphasized the spiritual aspect of their work. as they felt they were unearthing not only physical remnants, but also the intangible legacy of Cleopatra's reign. The spiritual and supernatural aspects surrounding the Cleopatras Magna excavation have only added intrigue to an already remarkable search. Others dismiss such phenomena as coincidence or imagination, but they underscore the deep emotional and symbolic resonance of the search for Cleopatra's tomb. For many of those involved, the experience has reaffirmed the notion that archaeology is not only a scientific pursuit, but also a profoundly human one, connected to the puzzles of history, faith, and identity. Such unexplained occurrences continue to intrigue the public, enriching the narrative of the continuing search for one of history's most elusive figures. A strategic queen. Cleopatra VII, the last ruler of Egypt's Ptolemaic dynasty, is remembered not only for her beauty, but also for her extraordinary diplomatic prowess. Her intelligence and political acumen allowed her to navigate the complexities of a turbulent era marked by Roman expansion and internal strife. Cleopatra was fluent in multiple languages, including Egyptian, Greek, and Latin, enabling her to communicate effectively with diverse groups and establish alliances that secured her position as a formidable leader. This linguistic ability was a cornerstone of her diplomatic strategy, as it bridged cultural divides and strengthened her influence in both Egypt and Rome. One of Cleopatra's most notable diplomatic achievements was her alliance with Julius Caesar. Recognizing the Roman leader's power and its potential benefits for Egypt, Cleopatra forged a personal and political bond with him that consolidated her position as queen. Their partnership not only ensured her survival during a time of political uncertainty, but also allowed Egypt to maintain a degree of autonomy under Roman influence. Cleopatra and Caesar's son, Caesarion, symbolized this union and represented her broader vision of a Greco-Roman Egyptian empire centered in Alexandria, underscoring her strategic aspirations. After Caesar's assassination, Cleopatra attached herself to Mark Antony, another major Roman leader. Both romantic and political, their relationship was also part of Cleopatra's larger strategy to secure the sovereignty of Egypt amid changing power dynamics in Rome. Cleopatra and Antony envisioned a joined empire that could challenge Rome itself, with Alexandria as its cultural and political heart. They sought to spread their power throughout the Mediterranean, a plan that was a reflection of Cleopatra's daring ambition and broad-reaching political vision. Their defeat at the Battle of Actium was the final defeat of this vision and the end of Egyptian dominance in any foreseeable dimension of history. Cleopatra's diplomatic genius was in combining personal relationships, cultural symbolism, and political strategy to keep Egypt independent as long as possible. In giving herself out as the physical incarnation of the goddess Isis and drawing on both Egyptian and Greek customs, she built guarantees among her subjects, even as she assured strength to the Roman people. Although her partnerships with Caesar and Antony ultimately ended tragically, they reflected her readiness to take risks to protect her kingdom. Cleopatra's legacy as a queen of strategy lives on as a testament to her remarkable art of navigating through one of the most treacherous political contexts in history. Engineering marvels of the Ptolemaic period. The Ptolemaic period in Egypt, which lasted from 305 BCE to 30 BCE, is renowned for its impressive engineering achievements that combined Greek innovation with ancient Egyptian architectural traditions. One of the most striking examples of this era's ingenuity is the tunnel system beneath the Temple of Cleopatras Magna, discovered during Kathleen Martinez's excavations. This complex tunnel, carved through 1,300 meters of sandstone and plunging 13 meters underground, has been described as a geometric miracle due to its precision and scale. Its intricate design and purpose remain a mystery, but it exemplifies the advanced engineering capabilities of the time. The tunnels at Cleopatras Magna highlight the Ptolemaic rulers' commitment to constructing monumental structures that were both functional and symbolic. The unfinished tunnel, which leads to hidden chambers, suggests the site's possible use as an elaborate burial complex. The precision required to carve these tunnels into unstable sandstone reflects the advanced knowledge of geology and engineering techniques possessed by the Ptolemaic builders. This feat is comparable to other ancient marvels of the period, such as the Lighthouse of Alexandria, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, which demonstrated mastery of large-scale construction and maritime technology. Outside of Cleopatras Magna, the Ptolemaic era also saw major advances in hydraulic engineering. Leaders of the time improved Egypt's irrigation systems to increase agricultural production, supporting the wealth of the kingdom. The construction of elaborate canal systems, artificial lakes, and flood control devices combined Greek engineering techniques with Egyptian ones. As such, these advancements not only helped sustain the Ptolemaic economy, yet furthered the legitimacy of the rulers as well, displaying their ability to manage and commandeer the regenerative waters of the Nile, vital in so many ways, but culturally and religiously significant as well. The Ptolemaic dynasty used fictive architectural and engineering achievements, such as the buildings with the tunnels at Taposiris Magna and the Lighthouse of Alexandria, not only as a demonstration of earthly might, but also as evidence of their appropriation of Greek and Egyptian traditions in sanctifying their divine right to rule over the Egyptian populace. It was indeed to show their dedication to innovation and the ambition of leaving a legacy that saw such construction. Engineering wonders such as these were built for practical needs, yet they also spoke to the richness of that era's culture and its astronomy, architecture, and spirituality in Ptolemaic Egypt. How has unearthing Cleopatra's world sparked a cultural fascination like never before? The cultural impact of the discovery of Cleopatra's tomb. The potential discovery of Cleopatra's tomb at Taposiris Magna has sparked global fascination and had a profound cultural impact, reigniting interest in one of history's most enigmatic figures. As the last ruler of the Ptolemaic dynasty, Cleopatra's life and legacy have long captivated scholars and the public alike. The artifacts uncovered during the excavations, including coins, statues, and inscriptions, have offered new insights into her reign and era, enriching the historical narrative surrounding her life. This newfound attention has inspired widespread curiosity about Cleopatra, the Ptolemaic period, and ancient Egyptian history as a whole. The discovery has also significantly boosted the popularity of the Taposiris Magna site, transforming it into a major tourist destination. Visitors from around the world are drawn to the possibility of standing near the resting place of Cleopatra, an icon of history and culture. This surge in tourism has provided economic benefits to the local community and contributed to the preservation and promotion of Egypt's rich archaeological heritage. Museums showcasing artifacts from the site have drawn millions of visitors, further spreading awareness of Cleopatra's story and the broader context of her time. Along with that impact on tourism and local economies, the search for Cleopatra's tomb has also inspired education measures aimed at inspiring the next generation in the fields of archaeology and history. The discoveries at Taposiris Magna, which have been made more widely known through public lectures, documentaries, and exhibitions, provide a new insight into Cleopatra's world. As a result, these initiatives are even inspiring young potential archaeologists, especially women, to discover the field and help figure out what mysteries were left behind in ages past. She has a well-documented history of innovative and impressive work, and her story has become an inspiration for others looking down unconventional paths in academia, archaeology, and beyond. The search for Cleopatra's tomb reflects the curiosity which people have to understand their history and her legacy, and ultimately, what each processes to be an enriched cultural identity. The tale of Cleopatra, as unfolded by the finds at Taposiris Magna, continues to enthrall audiences worldwide, an indication of the profound magnetism of ancient Egypt and its links to contemporary culture. Excavation teams continue to work on the site to further fuel speculation whenever a new find is unearthed, further emphasizing the ever-present link between the ancient past and the present day. As the cultural and educational legacy of this endeavor, Cleopatra's story will live on as a fundamental part of human history for years to come. In this case, the discovery has international repercussions, not only because pipelines and oil are global phenomena, but also because it yet again centers the intersection of history and modern technology. Cutting-edge techniques deployed to uncover and analyze Cleopatra's possible burial location, ground-penetrating radar, 3D imaging, even DNA analysis, have transformed archaeological practice. Permeant technologies allow for exploration without invasive approaches. Scientists can make new discoveries without damaging, often delicate, artifacts. For instance, the capability to map out concealed chambers and interpret ancient inscriptions like never before has afforded a deeper insight into Cleopatra's era. Also, the fact that archaeological, scientific, and historical projects involving international teams of specialists introduced participants from many diverse cultural backgrounds to one another. illustrates how research into the history of the ancient and medieval Mediterranean now represents a collaborative, worldwide effort. This marriage of modern science and historical exploration not only offers new insight into Cleopatra's legacy, but underscores the increasing role of technology in unlocking the past's mysteries, adding to both academic research and the general public's interest in ancient civilizations. This synergy between cutting-edge technology and historical discovery serves as a reminder of how the past is not only preserved, but also reimagined through the lens of modern advancements. The ongoing exploration of Cleopatra's tomb has also sparked discussions about cultural heritage and its preservation in a rapidly changing world. This project has highlighted the importance of safeguarding ancient sites and artifacts to ensure they remain accessible for future generations. Partnerships between international researchers and local authorities have proven crucial in balancing the need for scientific investigation with cultural respect and preservation. Additionally, the discoveries at Taposiris Magna have inspired a renewed focus on the representation of ancient female leaders in history. Cleopatra, often portrayed through a lens of myth and drama, is increasingly being recognized as a strategic ruler and diplomat who navigated complex political landscapes. This shift in perspective enriches not only her story, but also broadens the understanding of women's roles in ancient history. As the search continues, it is clear that Cleopatra's legacy extends beyond her time, influencing modern discussions on leadership, heritage, and global collaboration. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey into the mystery of Cleopatra's tomb. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated on more fascinating stories from history. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think lies beneath the sands of Taposiris Magna? Share your theories below. And before you go, check out the next video on your screen for more jaw-dropping discoveries. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out. See you in the next adventure.